is Nudar Abdurashid. My pronouns are she, her, and I've been at Omnidian 4.5 years, 4 years and 5 months, so yeah. So I actually did start out on the residential side. I started as a customer support associate, like tier 1 support, handling emails and calls and texts from homeowners. And my current role is a residential field service manager. So yes, same side, not swapping to a commercial just yet, I guess. Well, before coming over to the field team, I actually transitioned from customer support to residential portfolio operations. So I was the customer support associate, then a portfolio operations assistant, then a specialist, and then a manager for a couple of years before deciding that I kind of wanted more understanding of the actual solar components instead of working with lenders and installers. I wanted to really work with the field service partners and see what their day-to-day was like so that I could gain a better understanding of how exactly solar works, because it's not really what you do on the POM team. And so I transitioned over here to get that better baseline knowledge. Well, for me, I kind of just want to know as much as I can about what it is that I'm doing so I can put my best foot forward. And I felt like I wasn't really doing that because I'm not an electrician. I've never installed anything solar, and I was kind of like, I feel like I could better convey our product to clients if I know the product inside out. Like I'm getting a filtered lens of it through the field team and then passing it on to the client, but even they don't really have a full understanding of solar. So it was really hard for me to explain it in layman's terms because I'm like, I'm operating at 10% above you and that's it. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should go get that information so that I can break it down better. And that's kind of how I ended up over here. What I was looking for was a better understanding of solar, the solar components, more so than, oh, I know how to swap out a microinverter, I know how to troubleshoot with SolarEdge or something. I wanted to go through the reports, go through the photos, understand each component as it works so that I could take that information back. So I would honestly say it's when I moved into this role. So even like knowing that there was a lot I didn't know, I felt in my heart that I understood about 85% of what they did over here. I was like, well, yeah, I don't know every single solar component, but I see these reports all of the time. I'm going through these cases every day. And that was not at all the case. Like I came over here and I realized that there was a lot of quality control they were doing before passing questions over to me for the client. So I should have known because that's what I do on the flip side, where a client asks me a question and I'm like, I'm going to have to really narrow it down because this is a very broad question and I don't think you know what you're asking. So let's flesh it out before I pass it on to another team. I didn't realize they were doing the same thing. So I came over here and clients are like, the plan sets that were uploaded are completely wrong. Go back and figure out how to fix this. I can't just tell a client that. I can't tell a POM that. I have to figure out the exact steps because then they're going to come back to me like, well, where do we start fixing that? I don't know. Okay. So it was just realizing that a lot goes into the work they do before they involve other teams and teaching myself how exactly to do that work. So it was a very big learning experience. I'm still learning. So there's that. So before I even started interviewing, I was pretty proactive. I reached out and did some mentorships. I talked to the different teams and asked, because they do internal trainings, I asked if they could provide me with the recorded links to those so that I could see what exactly they were doing. And I just talked to a lot of people. I am full of questions. There is nothing I don't want to know. So it was kind of a lot of back and forth, like, hey guys, when you say this, what exactly do you mean? Break it down as if I have no understanding of it, because clearly I don't. Okay. And it was a lot of that. So I feel like out of the trainings, the mentoring, the continuing education stipend that we have, like I'm always looking for courses to take. The biggest support that I've gotten has definitely been from the people already within Omnidian, because everyone that does know the ins and outs of their jobs is super ready and willing to help you learn it too. Like, I've never had anyone say, I actually don't want to explain that, or no, I don't have time for that right now. They're super friendly, they're super encouraging, and if they don't have the answer, they point you to who does. So that's been wonderful. Even though I've only been in this role, I want to say 2 months now, people have even started coming to me with their questions, because what I do is kind of niche. Like, I work specifically on PBT, I work specifically on CT issues, and that comes with specific monitoring platforms that not everyone on our team works with. So if they have a question, they do come and find me. And again, as they've been so willing to help me, I'm of course super willing to help them. Aside from curiosity being rewarded, and that's rewarded, and that you get the answers that you need, and that's wonderful, I think adaptability and resiliency would be in my top two, because this job is an ever-changing landscape. Every day it's something new. You're constantly learning, you're constantly working out new processes, writing new SOPs. And if you crave consistency, if you need consistency, I don't see how this would work, because you have to be willing and open to change every single day. And resiliency, because it's kind of hard. Like I said, you're writing complete SOPs, and within a month, clients might say, actually, I don't like that process, I want to do something else. And you have to revamp those completely. And if you're not resilient, that is going to break you. So you have to be able to adapt to change, but also when things get hard, you kind of have to be able to pick yourself back up and keep going, because it's going to happen again a couple of months from now. So just be ready for that. I would say what helped me the most specifically is being both proactive and assertive. So I saw where I was lacking, and I immediately set out to figure out how to fill in those gaps, what it is that I could do to make sure I knew all that I could possibly know. And I didn't wait for anyone else to be like, oh, hey, Nudar, we are doing this training, why don't you come and join us? No, I was very assertive. I reached out to other team managers and I asked them, if you're doing anything that could help me, please let me know. If you're going to have team trainings, I'm not on your team, still let me know, okay? Like, if you guys are building out your Slab pages for knowledge on your day-to-day work, I would like those links as well, because even if it's not something I do, it kind of affects me, and I would like to know how to do those things as well. So put yourself out there, but also know what it is you're looking for, because there's a lot to learn in this company. There's a lot of different teams. If you can't narrow it down, that's just going to be too much information. So know what you want and then go and get it. So. Three words that I would use to describe the culture at Omnidian, I would say dynamic, progressive, and transparent. Dynamic, again, it goes back to the adaptability. It's an ever-changing landscape. We're always operating on 10, and there's no stagnancy here. Something is always going on, even if it's behind the scenes and you don't necessarily know. I would say progressive, because we're always focused on improvement. We're open to new ideas, new processes. We're always looking to make things better, figure out how we can be more efficient in the things that we do. And lastly, transparent, because communication is really prioritized within Omnidian. I think we understand that it's the best way, the quickest way to build trust among all of the parties that we work with. So we are super, super communicative with everyone involved in everything that we do, and I really appreciate that. So. I think one of the biggest things to bring, if you're an outsider coming into this company, is really to be your authentic self, because you come across a lot more friendly, you can connect with people a lot better if you're being who you truly are. So if you're looking to come into this company, come as you are. Don't make up a whole persona. Just who you are is enough. So.